Hey, what? How the hell are you? Stuck in lockdown? Still smiling, I hope. So, as you can see, I'm on my bike and I'm inside my house, which is not usual for me. I like to ride my bike outside as a general rule. But I have been stuck inside because I'm self-isolating because I had a contact with COVID. I'm asymptomatic, I feel fine. In fact, I feel pretty good. So I discovered two things about being in lockdown and being in self-isolation. Firstly, when you can't go outside, you want to go out more. Secondly, it's really easy just to sit on the sofa, watch TV. Netflix has a lot of good things. I hope you've all watched Cobra Kai, Bridgerton, The Crown, etc, etc, etc. But as it is, I spend a lot of my time sitting behind a computer at work or sitting on the sofa watching TV. So I've decided to use this period of isolation, not self-imposed, that kind's okay, use this period of isolation to get myself a bit fitter, to keep active, and to try and get a bit more positivity into the world at the moment. So I thought I'd make this video. And the reason I'm sitting on my bike inside is because some friends of mine, thank you Nikki and Matt, have kindly lent me some rollers. For those of you that don't know, bike rollers are basically what they sound like. You have your bike and you put them on the rollers and you pedal and they roll along with your bike, and while remaining stationary obviously. And so nice and easy, or so I thought. But I've heard a lot of stories about people falling off their bike rollers, and I know certain people are worried that I might break an arm and have to be off work for a bit longer. So therefore, them falling in the road are not good. So yeah, I thought I'd make this little video. Hopefully I won't make a total fool of myself. This is the first time I've ever used rollers. To be honest, I did have a quick go while I was setting up just to make sure that my bike worked, rollers worked, everything's good. And so I thought I'd, hopefully give you a little laugh. Now, as you can see, I'm already on my bike because actually the hardest bit of this at the moment seems to be getting on my bike. So I have a really high saddle because that's how I like to ride out on the road, but it's A, difficult to get on and off it, and B, even harder when you're within the doorway. So I decided to start off on the bike so that I won't make a total fool of myself, at least on that part anyway. So rollers, like I said, the hardest bit is going to be getting on my bike. So basically I've watched some YouTube videos, and you put your pedal down and then leaning against the door frame, you get up on your bike. Now you can see how much higher my bike is because I've got a tall saddle. So start within a door frame. So basically so that you've got something to hold on to, something to lean onto. Now I often outside ride without any hands, but inside is a slightly different matter. I do need a bit of stability. So as you can see on a bike, my balance isn't too bad. Off the bike, that's another matter, but fortunately we won't be covering that in this video today. So I'm on my rollers, I'm sitting on my bike, so we've got started, and I have the door frame to start me off because that's the hardest part. Maybe when I get a bit better, I will progress to the middle of the room with a chair to hold on to, but for the moment, we're not going to be too brave. We're going to start off. Know your limitations. Going to start off in the doorway. So essentially, from what I understand from watching YouTube and from the helpful advice that Nikki and Matt gave me, basically you're in a door frame, and the main points are to keep pedalling because there's no freewheeling on these things. So you have to keep pedalling, and if you stop pedalling, that's probably when you'll fall off. So keep pedalling. Which is quite difficult when you're used to being on a road bike outside and you can freewheel down hills and along the flat and stuff like that, or with the wind blowing behind you, which it never is. Anyway, keep pedalling and try and stay fairly loose on the handlebars. Now, I'm not going to try and change gear just yet, so we're going to start off probably here and I might move to the hoods at some point, but basically it's as simple as just getting started. Now, before I do start, hold you on some suspense here. Before I do start, I'm not clipped in. I normally do out on the road, but I thought, given this is my first go on rollers, I'd start off with trainers so that if necessary I can shove my foot down quickly, easily. Again, not making a fool of myself totally. So loose grip on the handlebars, keep pedalling, and the bike I'm expecting to start to wobble a little bit on the front, and you just don't want to panic and overcorrect. So it's riding a bike, right? How hard can it be? So we're just starting to pedal here, so you can see I've got a good grip on the door frame here for the moment. I've actually moved to the hoods here because it feels a bit more comfortable. Now the next hardest part is taking this hand off and putting it on to the handlebars. I'm hoping you can hear me because this is not too noisy, but I'm hoping you can hear me above it. So I'm pedalling, we're good, we haven't fallen off yet. Oh, but I'm still holding on. So, and again, I've got to remember not to stop pedalling. Okay, so we're going to try this. I have the doorway to lean against. Let's see, if needs be, if I think I'm going to fall. See how this goes. Bit of bobble, but not too much. We're good. Now the other trick is to look straight ahead, which actually helping talking to you guys here because a bit more wobble. It's helping talking to you guys because I'm looking at the camera rather than my bike here. So as soon as you start to look down, you start to wobble. So this isn't bad, hey? Little bit of bike wobble, got to try not to go off the end of the thing, and I've got to remember to keep pedalling. And we seem to be good. There we go. Now, the next hardest bit. Well, okay. If I wanted to change gear, that might be a little bit more difficult. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's see if I can. Oh, there we go. So actually, I'm working up a bit of a sweat here. I'm not wobbling too much. I seem to be fairly good. Okay. Right, now the next bit, having managed to change gear, is to get off. So, I skipped the video YouTube part on this, so we'll have to see how this goes, but essentially what I'm going to do is keep pedalling, hold on to the door frame, press the brakes. Not bad, huh? And then I've got to try and get off, so there we go. So there you go, my first time on rollers. I can see that this is going to be fairly good for the next few days while I'm stuck inside. I've downloaded some videos to do some sort of HIIT workouts on them, and we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you guys posted for the updates. So hope you enjoyed this video. Nothing else, it wasted 8 minutes of lockdown for you. So just one more thing while you're in lockdown or self-isolation, don't forget, keep smiling.